Hello everyone, welcome to the EBM Scholars Show, and today I'm here with updated information, breaking news that IRS has already deposited the first big wave of the stimulus checks to taxpayers. I know some of you have been waiting for this one. Some they didn't know when it will be coming out. So I'm coming with the information and the details about if you haven't received and in case you are using the direct deposit system, what you need to do. In case you are waiting for the paper check, when will that be expected? And in case you haven't, you want to update from paper check to online direct deposit, what do you need to do? So as you can see here on my screen, I have the tweet. This was on on April 11, which is 2 days ago, when IRS put this tweet, and the tweet says as follows: IRS deposited the first economic impact payments into taxpayers' bank accounts today. We know many people are anxious to get their payments. We'll continue issuing them as fast as we can. For the COVID relief IRS updates, see, and they put this link. If you open this link, I will explain to you about this link, but I will go back to this one. And here is the IRS has issued the first economic impact payment to bank accounts. And in case you want to know, on April 11 was on Saturday, so it was in weekend. So the US government is working day and night, weekend, whatever it is, to be able to send that one. But I know even myself, my bank hasn't received yet. So I'll go to show you which banks have received, which banks are impending, which bank they will be receiving sooner. So that will be able to, for you to be able to help to determine how long will that take. And this will be the first one for those who are waiting on the direct deposit or direct wire transfer there to their bank account. So that is number one. So if you go again to the IRS, they are on the Twitter account, as you can see here, they are updating a lot of information. Most of the information which is updated, and if you go, you keep scrolling down, it goes up to this point. There are some people have already been receiving, as I mentioned, because since Saturday, some have been receiving, some haven't. Myself, I'm in US banking, I haven't received. And I can give you the example. This is example of one person. This is not me. It's not. I'm not in Wells Fargo. This person is one of the example. When he received, it is the person was deposited is waiting for his 1,200 US dollar, which is for this person is single, so it's going alone. So for that case, we will receive this one. If this person is married, you could see it could be, because if they are filing jointly, you could see it will be plus 2, times 2, so it will be 2,400. And if as a child, each child will be 500. And that is one of the way, if you want to do, you can come and see the calculator. If you go to the Google search, and for instance, you put stimulus calculator, there are so many calculators which all they are the same. They will give you, so I'm using the HRND block. So what you need to do is you can use the previous tax year. So did you file? If it's yes, you put yes. If no, you say no. So if you say no, they ask you if you filed it for 2018. So let's say you filed it for 2019. What is your status? If you filed single, that is the amount. You say single. I'm giving you an example. So this person, let's say the income is this amount. This person doesn't have any child. So if he doesn't have any child, if you calculate it, the person will be receiving 1,200. But what if this person is single, but has just one child to claim? So one child is 500, so he will receive 1,000, that amount. So, but if this person is married and is having one child, so it will be 1,200 for the husband, 1,200 for the wife, and 500 for one child. So each child you are going to add, if you have 5 kids, that means you have more. We are going to have more. You are going to have more. So that is how it works. It depends. Each child is 500, and the husband and the wife, that will be the amount. So that is quick one. I don't want to go into detail to explain if you have more than, if you are single and you have more than 99,000 US dollar, there is a small amount you're going to get. There is a certain percent. So forget about that. Just let me use, this is what you're going to get. So after that, I showed you the person, some people are going to start receiving, and this is the official tweet from the IRS. But what if you don't have the bank account? That means when you filed your tax, you didn't, either you haven't filed the tax, or when you filed the tax back in the time, you ask for paper money, the check to be sent to you as a tax return. So if you're waiting for the paper check to be sent to you, it will take very, very long. Why? Because now they are starting processing for the people who have direct deposit, who have the account, who, when they ask you for the tax return, they put the bank account information so that they can get the direct deposit. But if you don't have that one, you didn't put the bank account, my advice will be go and update. There is a way I'm going to show you how to update and put the bank account. Because if you don't do that, the people who are starting receiving the priority is for people who have direct deposit. Those who are waiting for the paper check, IRS will start processing that from May. So if they start processing in May, it will take long. You might get maybe July or even August to get your check. It will take a very long time to get it. So that's why, because of that, IRS has designed something. If you go to the website of IRS, coronavirus economic impact, that one, economic impact payments on IRS. So one, in case you didn't file for the 2018 or 2019 federal tax, and or you filed but you didn't put direct deposit as the means to get your tax return from the mid-April, and I heard it will be from basically it will be from April 15th, but very late will be April 17th. This one will be able, like here it is, like in a blue way, in a blue color, you can be able to click. You will be able to click here whether you can be able to track your payment, but also you can be able to put your information. Also to be able to get some more information. And here is some of the way you can get more details. But from April 15, you can be able to click here. You can either track, and you can be able, if you don't have direct deposit, you can be able to be able to change from the check to put into the actual direct deposit, or you can update the new mail system if you want, if you moved and you wanted to change it to give more update on that. So that is something else you need to know. Apart from that, something else you need to know is about, as I mentioned, not all banks have received now, but up to 15th, that is, many banks will be able to get that one. So there is one group of people that have been able to compile in, there is a group in Reddit. They have confirmed the banks which have received, or they're in pending, or they have they haven't received anything. So these banks, and I'm going to put all these links on my channel here on the description. You can be able to click anytime these people are updating. They are very generous to create this one. So they started the banks from A. So for instance, like this bank is on pending at the time. The money has been sent, is on pending. If you are using this bank, it's not yet there. Excuse me. Some, if you're an American Express like Bluebird or Save, they have already deposited. So some they have already deposited, some they are not. So for instance, on this Chime, they have already deposited. So these people are very, very good. This bank, what they did was, so Chime team, they on April, when they update on April 10th, this is what they update. Earlier today, our government began informing banks about stimulus payment details for the first batch of electronic tax filers. The notifications we received informed us over 375 million of Chime members' payments that are scheduled to be released on April 15th. So that means the government have informed the bank they are going to send all those millions to that particular bank, to the members, on 15th. The date that these funds will be transferred to the bank. So this bank has decided to help the people by making sure that they get the money early, but they know for sure they're going to get the money from the government. So the bank is saying, rather than waiting until 15th, Chime has worked closely with our bank partners to make these funds available immediately. As of tonight, we already delivered this stimulus money to over 230,000 Chime members. We expect to begin in a position to release many more payments to Chime members in the coming days. So that is the information from Chime Bank, which, like you see, it was deposited on this day. Most of these traditional banks know yet. Community America is pending. So this one yes, some no, some pending. So there are all these banks, all the banks, they're here. Yeah, so for me, I'm on the US bank. I use the US bank, so I'm still waiting at the moment. Yeah, so you're still waiting for that. So these are some of the information which have been updated. So this is what they are giving, like for instance, like on the CNBC, the first coronavirus stimulus checks were deposited this week. Here was when you can expect yours, and this is article for Monday, April 13th, which was updated 12 p.m. during the afternoon. So this money which is going there, but as I said, like the tracking tool will be ready, get my payment by April 17th. That's what the tool which I was saying, you can be able to track your money and everything. You can be able to do that. So this is the tweet of IRS, and this is what they are going to explain about how much you need to go to get. You can be able, I'm going to put this link, you can be able to see. So that is what you need to know. So, but for those who are in direct deposit, are the one who will be paid, most of them from April 15, but some have already started getting paid, as I mentioned, from IRS. Some will be on the weekly basis. So within 2 weeks maximum, majority of people on the direct deposit will be able to do. For the mail, the checks will begin issued by late April. So that's why starting in the May, we'll be able to receive that one. And we'll start with the households with the lowest adjusted income. Those will be getting, those one will be getting quicker. And to take up to 20 weeks because you are waiting for the paper checks to come to you, to your bank. Yeah. So I mean to your home, because they are sending direct into your account. So that is one of the way I want to make sure that you know the stimulus checks have already started being sent, and you need to know what is your bank status of your bank, when it's going to be deposited. But within these 2 weeks, your check will be there. And also, if you want, you can be keeping going to IRS news, and you can be able to get most of the updates on the tweet. Or you can go to the IRS website. You can be able to get more information from the IRS themselves. That is the more information. That is the tweet. Online people normally don't get the file economic impact. So these are giving more information about it. So they are updating every single day and in hours to hours, those someone is getting pending. In case you have any question about this one, please let me know. Apart from that, I wish all the best, and especially during this time of the pandemic, to stay safe and use that money wisely. Myself, I'm excited and I'm waiting for that money, and I will be able to pay some few credit cards and see how I can be able to do something very productive and not just go and randomly spend about it. So all the best, everyone. Please remember to make sure that you subscribe to this particular channel if you haven't done so. And for people, you can be able to share. I've already made a video about the stimulus check, who qualifies. I'm going to put as a suggested video, which you can be able to see if in case you didn't know how to go about it, whether international student is allowed to be paid, whether green card holder, whether you're a citizen. So you see what you qualify, the amount of money you make, immigration status, things. All those one will be able to determine whether you'll be getting stimulus checks and how much you are going to be able to get. Yeah, and the timeline to be able to get those checks. So thank you everyone, and all the best.